All right, this is my daily update for my Build in Public log. It is December 26th, 2024. Um, Unfortunately, I did not get an update yesterday. I'm going to try really, really hard to get consistent and have one every day. It's the holidays. Christmas just happened. There's people visiting from out of state, out of town, out of country. There's a lot of people. Somebody just arrived from out of town. There's a lot of people coming and going. It's super hard to be productive. I'm still working every day, but I still manage to get some work. But just not very productive like I normally am. It's very distracting time, but yeah. So bear with me as I slog through and try to get more done. Anyway, so my random story for today is something that made me think of this earlier. One time I was in central Mexico. I was living in Mexico City at the time, and we drove a few hours away to this huge Christmas festival. I forget what it was called. It was how do I explain it? It's like a combination of one of those like amusement carnival, traveling carnival things that comes into town where there's like little rides and there's games. Think of that mixed with like a Christmas light show thing that you walk through, mixed with kind of like almost like street fair thing. Yeah, it's pretty full on. There was a lot of people at this thing. I mean, you have everything. People walking around drinking, eating, playing games, looking at all these Christmas lights, Christmas trees. It's quite the event. Um, and we were walking. It was cold. I had a jacket on, but it wasn't that cold. And I see stuff falling down, and I'm like, "Is this snowing? How the hell is it snowing? We're in Mexico. Like we're not like high altitude or anything. Why is this? Why is this? Why is this snowing? What is this?" And I have a drink, and I had to cover my drink to not get the stuff in it. And it took us a while to realize that was not snow, it's ash. I was like, why is there ash? And my girlfriend at the time said, well, it's, so and so volcano. Excuse me? Fucking volcano? This one here. I cannot pronounce this. I always struggle to pronounce this. I'm going to butcher it if I do. I'm just not even going to try. Anyway, so this volcano. Uh, Yeah, so it turns out we were next to this thing, and this thing was. I it literally it looked like it was snowing, and I was kind of coughing, and I was having, I was like, what? Why can I breathe? What is going on here? And this thing was just blanketing the area in serious ash to the point where it was piling up on the floor, on the tables and stuff, and I thought it was snowing. So. Uh, the next day you saw in the daylight this thing was smoking. It was like like a dragon. You see this big cloud, yeah, like this. And I was like, is this okay? Is this safe? Like, what is going to happen here? Like, is this thing going to erupt? What is going on? Is this like, do we need to get out of here? Like, should we get out? Just we head back? No, no, no. It's normal. It's normal. I was told, no worries. It happens all the time. And I don't know. I guess it's okay. I guess this thing hasn't gone off in a long time, but maybe will one day. But so I didn't quite get a snowy Christmas that year, but at least I got an ashy one instead. So yeah, it's kind of scary, kind of ominous. You see this thing, yeah. You see this thing just smoking, and you're like, oh my god, is this thing gonna erupt? Hopefully, it never does. So. Uh, I have another story for another time, but did actually see a volcano erupt one time. It was actually terrifying. Actually, ended up killing people a couple weeks later. It's pretty messed up and scary. But anyways, yeah, made me think of this, and that was a sweet Christmas market like that. I would have to look up the name, but pretty awesome Christmas festival. Anyway, so back to business. So I managed to get things working on the new server, get everything working. Um, there's now officially, this is deployed. There's a dashboard. It does nothing yet. You can create an account, you can log in. Um, and yeah, you can, for now, you can just see how many emails you have sent. What I'm working on right now is re-architecting the backend a bit. So when an email comes in, when somebody emails this thing, right now it just kind of waits and processes everything, and then it sends an email and it returns back to the service that I used. Yeah, okay, I got your email. No worries. Um, that's not going to scale. That's pretty shit architecture. So I want to start adding agents to this thing. And uh, long story short, to make that work better, I need to re-architect this. So there's an actual event queue, is what it's called. So email comes in, somebody sends an email and says, "Hey, you do this task." It then puts this into a queue. So if many people are emailing at the same time, the service still works, and it just processes it one in a row. You can do kind of smart things like make a task or a process, kind of jump the line and be in front if it's like high priority. You can do a lot of like special stuff like that. So right now I'm re-architecting it to be a queue, to use a queue. And there's a worker. You can scale everything up and have like many servers doing all the processing. You can do all sorts of fancy stuff. And it's something I just need to do because as I started to dig in, and actually build out agents and stuff and looking at how I'm going to actually build this, I realized, I'm going to have to just do the queue first. It'll be much easier if I get that done first. So I don't know, hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have that in place. And I'll start actually making this thing useful. And I'm building real agents that actually do things. And yeah, the architecture will be there to do that. So, that's about it for today. No revenue, no signups, nothing like that, unfortunately, just yet. But um, slow but steady progress. And I think after this, there'll be a lot more progress. All right, that's all I got. Stay safe, stay away from the volcanoes.